Okay, let us start with the. Hopefully, you all are aware of the course handouts, and they have already been uploaded in your Google Classroom. If not, then please let your teacher know. And okay, the course name is basically machine learning, and its course code is a EC262 with 3 credits. And the basic there are some reading materials are there, or this one is your main book. You have to follow for the entire course, Introduction to the Machine Learning. And this ebook will also be provided to you via Google Classroom. Or you can also refer some other books also. And these are the some reading and relevant websites. And these are the basically MOOC courses that is offered by the Coursera, Udemy, SWAM, and this is a Stanford and National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning. So you can refer any one of them. It is better to get some advanced knowledge from these platforms. So this one is a this subject is very basic, uh, provide to you very basic knowledge to the machine learning, and your contents are very limited. And let us start with the yes. In a course handout, as you can see that in our first lecture, we will just cover the introduction and the history of the machine learning. And hopefully, some of you have already covered this part. And yes, now if you want to get some extra knowledge about the each and every topic, then the links are also given to you with respect to the each topic. Then you can simply uh, click it on, and you will get the some material, which is and this one is basically available from the Stanford University, and there are some courses. These are the YouTube links which are offered by the NPTEL. And this is again, here you can see that the Stanford EDU, and these topics are provided by Stanford. And if there is a YouTube link is there, then these YouTube links are basically belongs to the NPTEL course. So you can also refer. And here we have just write down the very selected links. Or if you want to explore more knowledge, then you can also go through these courses. So it's better to attend at least one of these courses. And Coursera is free to you, all the Chitkara students. And it is Udemy is also free. But in order to get the certificate, you have to uh, pay some amount. And this one is free to you. Stanford University, this entire course is free to you. And this one SWAM platform, it's free to you. And if you want to get the certificate, then you have to give the exam. Okay, in case if anyone have problem, then please unmute your mic and then ask me directly if there is any problem. Uh, okay, and this is a tutorial plan. You no need to worry about it. And yes, in this course, and we will provide you the quiz, two quizzes, uh, and first quiz or assignment will be given after the ST1, and second assignment will be given to you after ST2. Oh, okay, yes, there is another some information which also I need to provide you. Basically, in this course, there are only two STs. First ST will conduct from the 18th June to 21st June or 22nd June, and the second ST cover from will cover the entire syllabus, and it will conduct on the 8th August to 11th or 12th August. This is a tentative date. And in a ST1, we will cover the 50% of the syllabus, means uh, There are 40 lectures are there. Then we will cover till 20 lectures in ST1, and in ST2 we will cover the entire syllabus. So this is a pattern, and in between I will give you the two assignments. But in case if you have attended any of these courses, or you have attended any workshop or any some advanced certified course, then you will get the uh, relaxation from the assignment. So this is another parameter, and let us start with the now first we have to introduce you with the machine learning. Now in between the presentation, if anyone have question, then please ask me directly. You unmute your you you just have to unmute your voice and just ask me the question. Now let us start with the machine learning. Okay, yes. Now the first question is uh, okay. Before we going towards the machine learning, first we have to go through the quick history of a machine learning. So it basically start with the experience and judgment to predict the outcomes in before the 1900s, and it is start with the intuition one. Yes. Uh, First, it starts with the intuition, which is using your experience and judgment to predict the outcome, and your experience comes from your parents or grandparents. So that kind of experience we are using before the 1900. Then there are in the earlier 1900, there are manual analysis are there, in which we involve some manual calculations to predict the outcomes, to predict some analysis. These are just go towards the manual analysis. Then in the 1970s, there is a statistical programming is there. So in which you have to write the code and do some statistical analysis and to predict some outcomes. And in 1990, there are some visual statistical softwares are there, in which you are using those visual statistical analysis, and you can just visualize the outcome of some input data. And now, what towards the, it is automatic machine learning. Automatic machine learning, which involves we have to just give the data and we have to train the algorithms and we will get the outputs. And this is fully automatic, and in which we no need to do the detailed programming part. So there is a machine learning. This is a just a start intuition, then manual analysis, then statistical programming, then visual statistical programming is there. Then at last there is a automatic machine learning is there. Now the next question arises: what is the machine learning? Yes, according to the author Samuels, machine learning is a field of study that gives the computer the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. Or learning is any process by which a system improves the performance from the experience. Basically, what we are going to learn about it, basically in a machine learning, there is a there is no any requirement of a huge programming. We just have to train an algorithm. I will also give you some examples of the machine learning in upcoming slides. But first, we have to understand that machine learning doesn't make you to write the long programs, lengthy programs, or hundred of words or thousand of words to the programming. You just have to write a small program, and you have to train the algorithms, which will automatically learn from the your training data, and at the end give you the some automatic outputs. And how it will work, that I will tell you in a later slides. And now the next question is why the machine learning is there. Now First, nowadays there is a one word is very common, which is uh, known as a automatically. Automatic word is there. Now, what do you understand from the automatic? Which automatic means which can take their own decisions and do some action. So there is a requirement. There is a requirement to develop the systems that can automatically adapt and customize themselves to individual users. For example, there is in a first this example is a very common. Uh, sorry, this example is very common. There is a personalized news or a mail filter. Here uh, in a Google, Gmail, you have seen that there are three tabs are there, and in a first tab in which you have to there is a some personal there is a some personal mails are there. Then there are promotion tab is there, and I just have to show you one second. Yes. Okay. Basically, I have turned off all the things. But yes, here you can see that into your Gmail, and here there is one tab is there where you can see your personal emails, or then there is a promotional tab is there, and social tab is there. So there are multiple tabs are there. So I will also explain you with a better example. And here you can see that there is a spam folder is there. Now, how it works, spam folder, it automatically collects the unrequired data and put it into your spam folder. So how it works, this is a part of a machine learning. So I will explain you this example in detail. And there is a mass, okay, there is a, yeah, there is another example, which is referred to as which is a part of our data mining, that is a market basket analysis. And in this we have to fruits and products, you have to yes, am I audible to you? Yes, please, if I am audible to you, please write it on a chat box. Yes. Okay, fine, thanks, Gaurav. Okay, now the next is which is a part of a data mining. Data mining basically is concerned with in which there is a, okay, yes, in our next example, there is a data mining in which there is a large database of some kind of products, or some any products or vegetables, whatever, and there is a market basket analysis. And how we can do this? Market basket analysis is basically is an example of a data mining in which we will collect the information about the product, and we have to find out where we get the cheapest product and how we can sort it out. And there is another example, mimic human and replace a certain monotonous task. And okay, these are little bit tricky examples, and it is better to explain all these examples with the help of some diagrams that I will explain you in upcoming slides. And these all are maybe the will cover in upcoming slides. So first you have to understand that why the machine learning is there. In order to sort it out the required mails, and in order to sort it out the unrequired mail or undesirable mails. and we have to put it not we have to put it on a spam folder, but it automatically must filtered out in a Gmail into the spam folder, all the undesirable, and only desirable mails must be in my personal account. And the Gmail automatically sorted out the social emails which are related to your social networking, such as Facebook, WhatsApp, or you can Instagram, etc. And there is another tab is there which also personalizes your shopping cart, etc. And one second, there is a lot of okay. Okay, now why there is a requirement of machine learning nowadays? Now, basically, the machine learning it is required because there is a large availability of the data, and you can okay. Now everyone is joining a very late, so everyone must be on a time from the next time. Okay, yes. Nowadays we have a large availability of the data, and such as there is a large number of the shopping sites, there are large number of the social networking sites, and you are getting the mails of the birthday of your friends or your parents and sorry of your friends and colleagues, and and how we can sort this kind of a data. So the answer of this question is that the machine learning can do all the things. And next is the increasing computational power. Now, if the data is larger, then there is a requirement of a large computational power, large storage data is there. So, and another is a growing progress in the available algorithm. And here you can see that, and each day there are 10 to 20 new algorithms are there, and there are a lot of papers are publishing, which are which belongs to the new algorithms, and how we can sort it out these algorithms. There is another uh, now there is a increasing support from the industry. Now everyone is using the machine learning, and here you can see that we can take the example of Amazon or Walmart, or we can take the also example from the KFC or McD. They all are using the machine learning. And why they are using the machine learning? Because the Amazon is using the machine learning to enhance the experience of the user, to provide the fastest delivery and accurate products. And on the other end, MACD and KS is there. They are using the machine learning algorithms to provide the fast food delivery and enhance the customer experience. So there is a large support from the industry to develop such kind of a algorithm. And let us start with some basic understanding of the machine learning. Now, here you can see that to solve a problem on a computer, we need an algorithm. Yes, this is a very basic term. And in order to summation of the two numbers, then we need an algorithm. An algorithm is a sequence of instructions that should be carried out to transform the input to the output. And here we have taken the example. Here we have taken the example uh, from for sorting the numbers, and in uh, in which inputs are the numbers, and we have to just arrange into the sequence. And how we can do this? We can do it very easily because we have a experience and we have a learning process in such a way we can sort it out very easily. But how a computer can do the same thing? Uh, because it can do the same thing, but it need an algorithm. Algorithm is there. There is a we need an algorithm. So, what kind of algorithm is there? You can use the if-else statement, or you can use your programming. You can use any other language. There is no any strict requirement. You have to use the Python. Have you maybe you have seen that there are a lot of examples are there. machine learning using Python, but in actual, you can do the machine learning with any other language in which there is a basic algorithm is there, how to sort the words. So this is kind of a sorting. This is also a part of a machine learning. Now, in this presentation, we will cover the part of how the machine learning is a part of artificial intelligence. And in this part, I will not cover the detailed information about the knowledge of artificial intelligence and the machine learning. But yes, in a tomorrow presentation, I will cover then how the machine learning is actually related to the artificial intelligence. But this is just a basic information or a basic presentation slide in which we will just see that how the machine learning is a part of a artificial intelligence. Now, here you can see that the first we have to go through this line is machine learning is not just a database problem, but it is also a part of a artificial intelligence. And to be intelligent, the artificial intelligence enable the machines to perform some automatic task. Any automatic task is referred to as a artificial intelligence. And here you can also take the example of your cell phone, and in which there is a selfie camera is there which automatically detects your face. That algorithm which is used to detect your face or your face movement or your smile, that is all a part of artificial intelligence, because there is an algorithm which recognize your face, which recognize your some features of your face and or smilish, and will provide the outputs. And yes, the artificial intelligence is actually an application, but the machine learning is a subset of a AI technique which uses the statistical methods to enable the machine to improve the experience. So this is an actual area of interest where we have to program for the artificial intelligence algorithms or a systems. And yes, and there is a third part is there which is very uh, which is less related uh, to your course. But yes, there is a subset of machine learning is a deep learning. And uh, here we can also take the example for the deep learning. And yes, for example, if I have to detect the name of animal, for example, cat is there, then we have to find out uh, uh, is it a cat or dog, and we can do it very easily with the machine learning. Yes, if there are different categories of cats, and how we can do the same task with the machine learning. In actual, we can't do with the machine learning to detect the number of cats. Basically, in a machine learning, we are using a very small set of training samples. But if your training samples beyond the 1000, for example, in a machine learning, we will just we will just uh, put the training data as a for the training data for the animals, which one is a dog and which one is a cat and which one is a cow. And yes, this part of a machine learning, we can do it very easily with the machine learning. But yes, in order to detect the further categories of cats, how we can do this? In order to do this task, we need to use the deep learning. Deep learning is actually which includes the huge number of a training sample in a machine. The base of artificial intelligence is a learning, and the learning is of two types. There is a machine learning is there, and the deep learning is there. Machine learning is concerned with the limited number of the training samples, such as dog, cat, and cow, and the deep learning includes a huge number of training samples, such as a variety of the dogs, how they can detect the different categories of the dogs, because it actually check the different features of the dogs, such as eye, nose, mouth, and there are a lot of features are there that we will discuss in upcoming slides. And yes, there is a some the machine learning also help us to find the solution of many problem in the vision. Now, basically, these are belongs to the applications of the machine learning. There is a vision for the visual analysis, and there is a speech recognition and robotics, and how we can do this stuff. And this will cover in a future slides. And this is the first. Uh, Let us start with the detailed examples of a machine learning. Now, this is a very uh, basic part. Now, every day we recognize the family members and the friends, and despite differencing in their pose, lightning, or hairstyle, and there are a lot of other dressing senses there, and we are recognizing how we can do this. This is unexplained. We can't explain this type of how we can recognize that he is my friend, he is my mother. How we can recognize it? So this is a again this is a big question. How we are recognizing and how the computers can do the same thing. So there is some kind of a phenomena we have to find it how we are recognizing and how we can train the computers to learn this kind of information. We can't write the computer program for to identify that who is my mother and who is my best friend, and there are a lot of questions are there. And next is a yes. Now this is a technical detail little bit. How we can recognizing our family members or our friends. Now basic answer of this question is a face image, because our face image consists of a lot of uh, features. Our eyes are different, our nose are different, mouth, their locations, of certain features, then eyebrows are there, and there are a lot of features are there. And each person, each person's face is a pattern composed of a particular combination of different features. And the different features are eyes, nose, mouth, and location of the certain places of the faces. And from that point of view, we can recognize the face of a person. These are some technical information where uh, and this information we can put into an algorithm so that we can get the some recognition towards the face. Now, this is a very basic example. There is an input image is there, and how we can detect the face. There are multiple features are there, and it is not possible that not only the same here you can see that there is a same image of all the person, but yes, in actual there are huge number of faces database in which you have to or computer have to select the one on the basis of the certain features. Now this is a cropped image, and this one is cropped towards the face, and it detects the different features, and this is a process of a feature extraction. And here the machine learning works. Now in a feature extraction, it extracts the different features. Here you can see that for example, this one is a forehead, and this one for the nose, mouth, and then eyes, then there are cheeks are there, and there are different bands are there which collects the different information from the face, and it further extract there is a further extraction of the different features. And here you can see that this one have taken an example from the forehead, and forehead is further different features, and these features will be input towards the algorithm, and which will be multiplied with the some weight values and provide the output. And on the basis of that, we can recognize the face and estimate the age of a person. So this is a very basic algorithm, and you no need to remember. But yes, we will do the same task in detail in a upcoming topics. And so just you have to learn here. You have to learn here. There is a input images there, and you have to detect from a huge database, and you have to crop that image, and you have to check the certain features and extract those features and predict the name, predict the uh, or you can recognize the face of a person and predict the age of a person. So this is how machine learning works. So this is a very basic idea. And what are the different applications? And basically, the machine learning is using everywhere. Okay. Yes, please. If you have any question, then please write it on a chat box. We have a lot of time to cover all these. Till now, we have covered why the machine learning is there, why now, the basic examples. Yes, if there is any problem, then you can please write it on a chat box and I will try to resolve you by now. Otherwise, I will proceed further. Okay, may I proceed further? Okay, fine. Hopefully, you all are aware of the all the terms and how what is a machine. Basically, my motive of this presentation is to just explain what is a machine learning and how we can introduce this machine learning algorithms into the practical applications. So, what are the different applications? It is used. The machine learning is using everywhere in a image processing, computer computer vision, it is using a in image processing, neural language programming. So this one is maybe a different for you. There is a some now. Let us start with the. Uh, there are a lot of examples, and we have to cover very quickly. And now, first one is a multimedia security, and here you can see that there are a lot of people are copying the movies from the one person to another. They are also recording the some videos and put it over the internet. So that is a kind of or in order to avoid that hacking, there is a multimedia security must be there. Some watermarks have been introduced in the slides. So this is a part of the machine learning, how we are recognizing the actual who has hacked the information, how we can or how we can secure our multimedia information. And there is a image processing. Image processing involves there are a lot of applications, and it is better to explain with the help of example that I will cover definitely cover and in upcoming slides. And this and yes, there are a lot of examples are there in medicine, e-commerce. This one is a Gen expression. This one is a very new field, and there is a search engine. Yes, as you know that the Google is also using the machine learning to find out your relevant website. There is a object recognition, spam recognition that I will also cover in a upcoming slides. And yeah, let us start with the example. Now the first example start with the learning to the spam filtering or how we can filter the spam. Basically, we have to understand that first the concept of a machine learning. This is a, basic example of a machine learning, and we all are familiar with this example. The concept of the machine learning. A computer is set to learn from the experience C with respect to the some class of a task. Here you have to remember these terms. T is task, E is experience, and performance measured. And this one is a P. If its performance at the task in T and is measured by P and improves the experience. And so the T is a task, P is a actual measurement, and E is your experience. These are three values you have to remember it. Now, let us take the example of the spam folder. Spam folder, we all are familiar with that. The spam folder is all the emails the user doesn't want to receive and has not asked to receive. So, basically, what the Gmail is doing, it identifies the spam email and filtered out filtered out into the trash or put it into the personal based on the earlier experience. Um, so here you can, this is a percentage. P is a performance. The percentage of the spam emails that were filtered, and the next is a percentage of non-spam emails that spam emails that were incorrect, incorrectly filtered out. So first one is a which one is which has been put into the spam folder, and these are actually not required, but there are some required mails which have been put into the spam folder. So this is a machine learning that actually do on the basis of the previous experience of the Gmail. The by default they will put all the uh, emails or in a different domains emails into the spam folders, but in actual there are some emails are there which are relevant to you, but the Google or Gmail automatically puts into the spam folder. So this one is required, but this one is not required. But how we can do it is we have to, and there is a database of the E the experience. How the experience can be added to the machine learning. Now, what the user can do, he or she has to check their spam folders, and here we will just put the command is there. These are relevant to you and not the spam, because the same question is asked to you by the Gmail or a Google account. Is it relevant to you, or you, there is an option is there, report. Here I will just take the example of that. Yes, here we can take the example. For example, this is a spam folder, and there are all our these are unrequired emails. For example, there is a, yes, yes, this is definitely not required emails or come from the very different domain which is already blacklisted by the uh, Google. But yes, if you want to receive this mail in future, then you have to report it here, not spam. When you are reporting here, not spam, it basically acts as a machine learning and give the inputs towards the machine learning model. Basically, these are your inputs which is given to the machine learning model and separate, and it basically one second, it basically puts the non-spam. Oh, sorry, it puts automatically or non-spam or the required emails to your inbox. That is to your inbox, and in future your some emails will not automatically put into the spam folders which are relevant to you. So this is a very basic example of machine learning towards the spam filtering, and where there are three terms you have to be aware about it. There is a page there which identifies the, or you can take it as a task, and P is the performance, how it is performing, how it is giving the error rate or a success rate is there, and E is the experience which is given by the user towards the E is there, which is there are some training which is given to the machine learning model. So this is a very basic example, and hopefully you all get the relevant information from this example. Yes, if there is any question, you can please write it on our chat box, and I will handle all the questions uh, after 10 minutes or before the end of the session. And yes, how the learning process is going on. Now, there is a big question. How this machine learning model is working. Now, this is a very general learning process towards the machine learning. And for example, the first one is a real world. The actual real world is there. Then there are some measurement devices. Now, the measurement devices can be a sensor. In order to sensors can be your any electronic sensor which can sense the temperature, which can sense the humidity, which can even the camera is also a part of the sensors which capture the images, and there are some databases are there or existing knowledge. Basically, this one is belongs to that the databases, and then we have to do the pre-processing. So this one is little bit new to you. Okay, this one is new to you, and this is the entire process of the uh, machine learning. Now, first we have to do the some pre-processing task, which involves the noise filtering. If there is any noise in the input data set, then this pre-processing part will remove all this undesirable information and normalize the image, which is actually required by the algorithm. Then there is a dimensionality reduction, and okay, how we can understand with this. And for example, uh, dimensionality. For example, this one is your image, and there are some alphabets are there, A, B, C. So the dimensionality reduction is basically towards the we are just cut it out or cropping this part. So we are just putting into the number of bands. There is a A is there, and B is there, and C is there. We are processing all these alphabets or characters uh, one by one, and all these inputs. For example, this one is your A, and this one is B, and this one is a C. There is three alphabet which have been detected in an image, which is given to the model learning. And this one is a, and this one is a B, and this one is a C. Now, this one is a learning model. We have to put the program here on under this model, and which we will get the desirable output. For example, in this case, we have to sort it out in a descending order. For example, there is C is there, B is there, and A is there. So the entire, these are your outputs, blue one. There are three blue dots which are providing the outputs, and the orange dots which are taking the inputs, and the green dots which are actually representing the your programming part. Or basically this is a neural network, and here we have to put the some weights. And then there is a model testing or a cross validation. Is it correct or incorrect? For example, we have to compare with some kind of a database. Is the output showing by this model, is it correct or not? If it is not correct, then we have to train this algorithm again, and then we will get the output. So hopefully you will understand this learning process that includes the real world, the first point. Second, there is some measurement devices are there, and there is a third step, pre-processing, that is which removes the undesirable information such as noise. And the fourth one is the fourth one is your machine learning model, which includes the dimensionality reduction, model learning, and your fifth part includes the model testing. This is a part of a validation, and at the end you will get output. These are the six basic uh, steps of a learning process in a machine learning. Hopefully you understand all these part, and now you can relate the entire part with this example. Okay, there is another example. Yes, there is an autonomous car which is already available in California, and then Nevada made it legal for the legal in California so that they can use, and they are using automatic driving, and how they are doing that. And here you can see that there are multiple sensors are there. There is a this sensor is there. There is another sensor is there. These are the imaging sensors, and there are two cameras are there. And we will explain. Here you can see that there is a camera. There is camera. This is a range detection system, and yes, there are some sensors are there which detects the objects in front of the car and on the side of the car. And yeah, this is a best example. And these are the basically lidars which detects the range between the two devices between the sorry, not two devices between the two objects. For example, if car is in front of the, then it detects the range in between the uh, another car and this one. And there is a 360 degree. And this one is again, this is also a ranging, but it detects the range uh, 360 degree, and with the yes, there is some specific ranges there. And yes, another one is a GPS is there. And yes, this is also a lidar. And these are the some car sensors for the autonomous process. These are the, yes, here you can see that the how the machines are understanding. Yeah, basically it detects the range, and is there any object in between the range or not. If there is any object, then it will brake the car and process the algorithm. And yes, this is a planning path. How is it working? Here you can see that this one is a car. Yeah, here you can see that this one is a car, and which is just moving or uh, moving from the moving towards the right hand side. And yes, how it is rotating. And yes, there are multiple sensors are there from, and how the sensors are working, that is a part of machine learning. And turning towards the desirable route. And these are the some learning outcomes, uh, how the human minds are working. And this is actually vision which is tracked by the uh, automatic, which is tracked by the input cameras. And yes, how the Google is using the machine learning. Now the machine learning is everywhere in the and the Google, and it is using in the keyboards, and we all are familiar with that. Whenever you are writing or you are typing a message in your phone, that will automatically highlight some future words or predict some words which is relevant to your sentence and based on the past experience. That is a past of that is an example of a machine learning. And now there are photos, and there are a lot of persons are using this Google Photos that I will explain in the upcoming slides. And yes, there is a Google Map is there. There is some videos according to your interest. Uh, these are some services which is provided to you by the Google, and all these services are using the machine learning. And how these are using it, this one is one example of the Google Translator, which converts the one language into another language. And how it is converting it, basically there is a text. there is a text recognition. Will extract that text from the extract the text from the board and uh, extract the some characters and now convert these characters into the there is a some specific language. For example, this one is written in a Russian language, and this has to be understood by the Google Translator and now convert into the English language. So this is the entire process is not because of the camera, but because of the machine learning. Because there are a lot of algorithms are involved in it, and there is a voice search. Yes, now everyone is familiar with how the Alexa Echo is working, and there is a voice how it is understanding your commands and learning your commands, and there is a Google photo is there. Hopefully, there are a lot of examples are there for the machine learning, and you just have to check it over the internet. And what are the different examples? Yeah, this one is also Gmail Smart Reply. This reply automatically occurs whenever you have to reply for an email. And how it is working, it basically reads your message and automatically detects, basically notes your entire message. It reads the some keywords. There is a worst, last night, and worst. Basically, first it read the worst, and uh, there is a party. There is a would not party. Please have a great time without me. It reads these keywords, and on the basis of that keywords, it pop out some messages. And what kind of a message you have to be reverted back to him. So this is also a part of machine learning, and how the Google Maps are working, how they are routing your path on the basis of the lowest traffic and the shortest path. How is it working? That is all entire that is example of a machine learning, and it's basically the traffic data come from the user. It automatically organize it and collect the information how many persons are there, and how we can avoid the route and or crowded routes, and provide the shortest and the uh, eff- effective paths to the user. So again, there this is the end of the presentation. Yes, if anyone have problem or anyone have doubt in any question or in understanding of the what is the machine learning, basically today's topic uh, is only concerned about the what is machine learning, how is it working, and what is the different examples of the machine learning. These are the three objectives we have to cover in this topic, and hopefully you all are able to understand this part. And uh, And if you still have any problem, then there is a, oh yeah, Ikansh Garg, can you explain dimensional reduction in the learning process? Yes, the dimensional reduction is nothing, but there is some process. For example, uh, if I will take the example uh, of a face recognition through your selfie camera. There is a selfie camera. Once click your photograph, it will not click the photograph until you will not happy or you are not smiling. There is a smiling mode is there. Hopefully you have seen that there is a smiling mode is there in the selfie. It will not capture your image until you will not smile. So how it is doing, basically it captures your image. First it detects your image face, it detects your face, and that cropped image is a one part. Now we have to reduce the dimensionality because in a face there are a lot of features are there. For example, eyes are there, nose are there, and smile is there. For in a smiling mode it will only check your smile. Now it will extend the smile part or lips part from your mouth, and it will compare with the existing database. Are you are smiling or not? That that extraction of a lips movement from your face is a part of a dimensionality reduction in the learning process. It will extract the lips information from the face and compare with the existing database. And if it found you are smiling or just at a specific level, then it will click the image. If you are not smiling as per the algorithm database, then it will not record your image. So uh, that is example of dimensional reduction. And yes, please, this is a very critical point, which will definitely we will cover in a different algorithms. But yes, at present, I can give you the only this kind of information so that you can understand all the points. So if there is any question is there, then please let me know, or we have to end the session by now. Okay, fine. See you on tomorrow. Yes, there is one more. If there is any doubt, you can just write it on Google Classroom. Write it here. If there is any question, or I will also send you the videos or all the information, or it will also be provided. Okay, yes. Yes, please note that there are students from the Punjab campus as well as from the SP campus. Now, please note down that if there is any question from the Punjab campus students, then you can please write it on your own Google Classroom. And if there is any doubt of from the HV students, then you can write it your own classroom. So this is a basic instruction. And now I will end this session, and I have recorded your attendance. Now, okay, thanks a lot, and see you on tomorrow. Now you can leave the class.